All right, awesome. So I'll start from zero. I think that'd be the best way to go about this. Essentially, to log in. So here's for any website. Typically, to log in that's the URL for Northern Industrial.
Yeah.
You just type in a / and admin, and that's how you log in. So it's just the website's URL / admin. Shopify will change it around after you've typed it into admin.shopify. It's not really, we don't have to bother with that. But essentially, that's how you log in off any computer, even off your phone if you had to make a change on the fly. Though I strongly recommend you don't. You could log in just through northernindustrial.com.au /admin. And once you're in, this is what you should see, what you will see. And I will say this as well. You'll have to be a user to actually view. Yes, at the moment, Larissa's the store owner. I'm listed as an admin, as is Anna as well. And we can't add any more staff. So Larissa would have to remove, I would say Anna, only because she hasn't accepted her invitation. So I would say remove Anna and get Ben in there. And then, and then you'll be able to log in and view this exactly as I see it.
Yeah.
Is that making sense so far?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so let me just, sorry, Anna, I haven't got the itinerary on hand. All right, log in for the first time. We've done that. Navigating from the settings menu.
Yeah.
This is the settings menu. Do we just talk about this?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So go over menu, like the key things that we'd want to find in the menu for the changes that I mentioned, and I'm going to grab up that.
Sure. So straight off the bat, store details, we need to change this to admin at Northern Industrial. And then the store phone. So anything that has to do with your store, the contact details, where customers where customers can work out your opening hours and stuff, can all be changed in the general tab. It's pretty it's quite straightforward. Everything's sort of prompted. Currency display, you really can't go wrong here. Time zone. In terms of your plans, like your billing, it's all here. Adding new users. So let's just say that you want to pass on sort of the website responsibilities to someone else. You can always add staff through here. This is where, and if you want to remove my access or change the owner to someone else at the company. Payments is not so important purely because I don't think you guys are selling anything on the website at the moment.
Not at the moment.
I believe. Yeah, so that hasn't been activated yet.
Can you hear
Sorry,
me?
Larissa? Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you about the user situation.
Sure.
How many users are allowed on this site?
So 3. It says staff 3 users. So your subscription, we've got 3 at the moment, and it won't let us invite any more. So I'm assuming it'll be 3 people. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't think that's including the owner. So that's the store owner plus 3 people. Cool. Any other questions?
No, that's fine.
Okay, great. So yeah, a lot of the settings is based around the e-commerce side of things. And just because you guys aren't quite selling anything on the website yet, it's probably irrelevant. Like taxes and duties, shipping and delivery, not important. I will say apps and sales channels is quite important. If you guys start doing newsletters or email flows, you can, and even if you wanted to integrate any sort of third-party service into your website, you can go onto the Shopify App Store and find stuff. Though I do recommend you talk to us about it before you jump in and start installing things, because it can clash with what's already there. And it's not always so straightforward installing an app and implementing it onto your website. So
I've learned that on my breadbasket site as well.
that it's funny. They're all trying to. It's really interesting how they built this. The App Store for Shopify is very similar to the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, where it's other developers that develop the apps, and they're all going to try and take your money as well, if that makes sense, because that's how they make money.
Yeah.
So they're not. Yeah, they don't like other plugins being there while they're in there, and it can be very sort of confusing to navigate. So yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Cool. Yeah, so that's the settings tab. Sorry, go on, Larissa.
No, go on. You're fine.
Yeah, so that was the settings tab. It's very straightforward. Shopify is really quite user-friendly. It's probably one of the pros of using it. So everything's sort of prompted. It's really well explained. And yeah, I mean, any questions, you can feel free to email me, but I feel like you guys will understand settings quite easily.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go into the actual store, because the next thing is quite a tricky one. It's creating a landing page. Okay, so a couple of things. This is your store, this here. These two, it would be great to ignore them. I can remove them. I will not for now, but your store is here, and there's the date as I usually date the store as to when it's been this version was July 13. That's been updated. Now, if you want to make, sorry, go on, Larissa.
No, I can't see where you're.
We're watching your top screen on the iPad, so it's a little bit small.
But I've got
Okay.
it open. I've got it open on the PC, and the PC. When you said it shows two stores, where are you seeing the other store?
Oh, the themes here.
They're like template stores.
They're like templated themes here. Do you see like this?
What
Is my zooming in working or not at all?
Yeah,
I'm on-
No, not
I'm
at
on-
all. Not at all.
Okay, so I'm
Like
on
really
online
small.
store
Oh.
and then themes.
So
Themes
can
Over
you
here,
explain just one more time, Viv, because it was zooming for me. So just zoom in a little bit more on the screen. So Larissa, is that not going bigger for you?
No, not at all.
No, it's even hard to see your mouse cursor, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't even tell where you're pointing.
Yeah.
all right, let me try reshare.
What if
Because I'm
we-
sharing a window. Maybe if I just show my screen. Okay, let's try
Oh,
that.
there's getting
Can you
Yeah,
guys
it's
see the
much
whole
better.
screen?
If I have you in landscape, it's much better, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Landscape helps. Can you guys see that now? Do you guys see the zoom in now?
I've actually just tried to make you full screen, and I've just got your face now.
Beautiful. I mean,
I've lost the
It's a
screen
beautiful
altogether.
place.
Come back now. Yeah.
okay, so you
It's
guys
good.
can't see when I zoom in and out.
Just put that in here. Then it'll sit. I'm going to put you back in the thing.
Yeah, no, I've got in. We're actually only seeing a portion of the screen. It is bigger,
Weird.
but
Yeah, it's bigger.
we're missing a bit of the top.
Okay.
So I've got the full screen on the PC though. So have you just
Okay.
gone into the center on the PC where you've got the shop, and we can then go
Yes.
under edit?
Whoa. I don't know where the edit. I don't know where that came from. So it's customized. Yeah, that's where you'd go if you wanted to make changes. We're not going to go into that yet. I just want to talk you through this page here.
So what menu are you on?
I'm on online store, and then there's a drop down that it drops down to themes.
Yeah, we haven't got that.
Online store. Where am I finding online store? It's not.
Sorry, I thought I'd be seeing. So online stores on the left-hand side under sales channels. It's that left-hand column with all the
sales channels here.
Oh yeah, sales channels.
and then
there it
online
is there
store.
in the center. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, that's very different to what mine looks like on. Now it's come up. Okay,
Yeah.
I think it's just because we
Okay.
hadn't been on the first time.
Sure, they can do
wasn't
that.
sitting-
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now we've got the same screen as you.
Yeah, great.
Brilliant. So just to recap, the theme library, just completely ignore that. They're
Yeah.
essentially just templates that have been used previously.
Yes.
This is your store here that says Northern Industrial, and I date it usually by when I built it. So I built it in July.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it hasn't been updated since July. You can see the last save date is September 24. So last month, I did go in and make a change, or someone's gone in and made a change.
No worries.
Now, the upside and the downside of this is you can see when people have made changes. We don't know who's made the change. So I don't know why, but Shopify still hasn't got a log. So if Larissa was to log in and make a change and the website behaved differently, I would have no way of confirming if it was Larissa that made the change, or I made the change, or Ben who made the change, or Anna who made the change.
Okay.
There's no way. So it just be
We'll
really
just blame
wary of
Anna
that.
every time. We just blame
Oh,
Anna.
thanks.
Yeah,
every
that.
time.
Yeah.
It's not broad
Definitely
shoulders.
remove me now.
So yes. And then occasionally it will ask you to update a theme. I would recommend against doing this. It'd be good to do it with a developer like myself, because sometimes things can break and formatting can break as well, especially when you have custom elements. So
And
don't update.
themes basically layout, colors.
It is.
The format. Like we got a selection of themes at the start of the process to choose. So
Correct.
they're basically just a different. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
And I wouldn't think we need to change that for a while.
Yeah, they're going to recommend things like that to you. So I have sent Larissa our ongoing like maintenance security update kind of package if that ever came into play when you're seeing these sort of things. Yeah, always are on the side of caution and come to us first before making any major updates like that, because it can break a site, especially once you've got that e-commerce side of things set up down the track. So yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of the time, like it actually, like for another client I've got, they've updated without me knowing, and it's broken a contact form, and they didn't know that, and they've realized for 4 months that customers have been actually using their contact form to contact them, and nothing's gone through, so they've lost 4 months of contacts. So sometimes even if you do update it, it doesn't look broken, and you just don't know until until down the track, and it's actually hurt your business quite a lot. So so usually we leave this. Now I will say a really good habit is if you're wanting to experiment or make changes and you're not quite confident yet, is to duplicate the theme. So we hit the 3 dots here and we hit duplicate.
Yeah.
You guys following along? Yep. And then while it's copying, we sort of leave it and let it copy. It usually takes a few seconds. I don't know why it's taking this long, but okay, there we go. So it's finished copying. And I usually just rename this to test of. And then you can make your changes within test and just experiment. And if you want to have a bit of fun or even just try something new for the website, and if you break it, it's not the end of the world, because your actual websites, this is what's actually being presented to the public. This is just your test environment. If you are happy with the changes you've made, you could actually opt to publish it, and this would replace your live site.
Yeah.
So we've run through how to create a test environment for you to experiment and for you to try things. The next thing is basically how to set up a page. Now, on the itinerary here, it says a landing page. Can I ask you, Larissa and Ben, like what do you think a landing page is?
Any page?
Yeah.
Cool. It can be any page. It's essentially a page where it's usually a one pager. For example, if you have a Google ad campaign or a page you want to share with a certain product, it's a page that you land on. So yeah, it can be any page.
Does that come from a prompt, or is it automatically load when someone accesses the website?
It's a great question. So you can set it up to be the homepage if you want. So your homepage is a landing page in a sense, but a lot of the time we create custom landing pages for certain campaigns. So I don't know much about the business here, but let's just say you were selling, you were doing a workshop promotion where you wanted to sell tickets to a workshop, and you could have a landing page just for an engineering workshop that prompts visitors just to buy tickets purely, not to inquire or not to purchase any other products. And that would be a custom landing page that you create for maybe a Google Ads campaign or a social media campaign. And it would have its own link. So it'd be northernindustrial.com.au/workshop. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of a use case. So, for example, Larissa, say we wanted to create a new page specific to the timber mill industry. We wanted to attract people who only wanted to find out about the type of products that you sold for the timber mill industry, and we wanted to, for example, eventually link it to where it's got your timber industry icon on the homepage, just as a possible use case. Yeah, let's pretend we're doing something like that. And that's like a good use case of what an additional page you'd want to create to really like tailor the content around a specific audience, or you could even tailor it around a new product. Products are done differently though, aren't they, Vip, in Shopify?
Yes. It's actually a very similar process, but yeah, it is different. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's start with just
I think landing pages is probably not going to be such a big part of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to know, and it actually relates to a lot of things that you do in Shopify in terms of adding new pages and blogs. So essentially, I'm going to start from that top again. So to access any page, we have this drop down at the very top. We have homepage right now because we're looking at the homepage. If we click on it,
Yeah,
it'll open this nice little menu here. These are all the sorts of pages that we'll have. They're collection pages. A collection is basically a product category. There are product pages.
we can't see.
Sorry.
We actually can't see where you are. Sorry, Viv, but this is actually pretty hopeless. It's
You
like not
want to send us
updating
a Zoom
at
link?
all.
Do you want to send us a Zoom link and we can try Zoom?
We can.
Yeah, there's a big lag between
Is it a screen size issue, or is it
I know it's just
we're
not getting updates, so we can't see where you've gone. I can't see it all where you're actually showing us.
okay?
Weird
It seems to be a delay, a glitch in the actual your screenshot coming to us is not live particularly well.
Well, it could just be an internet connection issue. And are you getting a really clear
I'm
stream,
getting
or is it delayed?
live. So yeah, we've got an issue there. So I'm wondering, do we just try a different platform for the screen share?
Like the only reason we're on the iPad is for the fact that a computer with a really big screen and it's a really good computer, it just doesn't have a microphone.
But I'm wondering if we just sit on there and listen to you, you know?
Yeah.
Could you run both simultaneous?
You could do both. So if you're accepting the invitation on the big screen as well.
If you could, and just mute yourself on the big screens, and then you can speak through the iPad, but you can see everything through the PC. Yeah. And if Anna's getting a really clear stream, it's probably an internet issue, and this could be your Wi-Fi, or the iPad could just not be having the best connection to your Wi-Fi. Yeah. So a PC would be better because it's probably directly connected to your NBN.
I've got you on the PC now. I've got it open on the PC, and it's obviously heaps bigger. So let's just
that's okay.
So is my screen like on your PC now?
That's his mouse.
Yep.
So if you move your cursor now, we've got you live now.
Woohoo! Great.
Okay, brilliant. All right, so let's start over. Essentially, when you go into, I'm going to go back in just so we're really, really clear on how I got here. So I hit customize, and it takes you to the homepage, to the customized sort of page of the website. It always opens on the homepage, and you can see here it says homepage. Now, if you want to edit other pages or even products, you can open. You click this drop down, and you get this little menu here that shows you every single page or every single page template on your website. Now, for a landing page, it's going to be under pages. So we have all these are templated pages that a lot of these are the ones that I've made for the website. Now you can see which ones are being used and which ones are not being used. So About Us is assigned to one page because you only have one About Us page. Contact is assigned to one page. Products are assigned to one page. And there's a whole bunch of pages that are assigned to no pages. So they're just sort of sitting there waiting to be used, but they're not, there's no need for them at the moment. Does that make sense?
So there's Shopify's templates within the theme, but we've only got the ones that we, had in scope that are live. So anytime, for example, if you wanted to like a gift card page or whatever, you can utilize the existing templates from the theme, or you can, use templates, an existing template.
But if you went to gift page.
Sorry, Laura, so you just broke up again?
If you go to gift page now, from there, just to pretend we were going to do something. See, it's got the same design. Yep, and
it does. Yeah. So they're all designed the same. It's just got some dummy stuff in there. So essentially, top gifts. You can customize this as you please if you decide to end up doing a gifts page or a gift voucher. For clients. But going back to a landing page, Shopify is funny. You can't. Every single page you design has to be off an existing template. I know that sounds really weird, and it took me a while to understand this. But essentially, if you think about a landing page, you've got to think of the page that already exists. So let's just go with the About Us page. And that's a page that already exists. you would then create. So what you would do is you would create a template. That's the button at the very bottom here. So we hit create a template, and you'd call it landing page test. And we'd base it off an existing page. So we've just had a look at the About Us page. We could base it off the About Us page, and then we hit create template. Are we following? Do we have any questions so far?
Yeah, no, good.
Good.
Great. So what it's done, it's funny. What it's done is essentially cloned the About Us page, and it's called the landing page test now.
Yes.
And this is your new landing page. So now you can go ahead and start changing the text around, to anything you want.
Yeah.
And likewise, you can, so this is actually part of the itinerary changing text, but it's very straightforward. So if you want to change a section, you just click into it with your mouse. And a lot of the time, the text is in this section here. So meet the header, meet the NIS team is right here. You can change it to whatever you want. So really, really straightforward.
So they're like they're like text boxes.
Yeah, it's no different to like a text box on PowerPoint from back in the day.
If you're creating like a banner or a poster or anything like that.
Correct. Absolutely. So this is where it gets really user friendly. And every section will have its own. So for example, I've got the image there. That's Graham. You can change that. It even has changed there. So you just click into it and then select from library. And you can upload an image, or you can images that we've already used and it's already there for you. So really, really simple.
Okay, so we can upload. How do we upload an image from our end?
Okay, so if you're logged in, so I'll go change, select from the library, and there we go. It says add files. So you can drag and drop a file, or you can add a file, and it'll literally take you to your browser where you can find a file on your computer. So very, very straightforward. Cool. And once you've dropped a file into here, it stays here for essentially until you delete it, which you probably never need to do. But so if you have an image that's uploaded before, you can use it again. It's always going to stay here essentially. But that applies to, so what I mean to say is on any page, if you were to change an image here, you can still, the image library is the same. These images are everywhere. That makes sense.
Yeah. And you can edit any text in any
text.
Anywhere.
Great question, actually. Look, most text you can. There's some stuff that's hard-coded. Very rarely we run into things that you want to change that's hard-coded. And when I say it's hard-coded, I mean it's actually in the code, and it's something that I would have to do. But Shopify is designed to be for non-code based developers, which is who you would be. So you don't need to know code to make a lot of changes. 98% of changes you can do without having to actually go into the code files. So it's very straightforward. Like I said, you can even, so for example, if you look at this row here,
that's making sense.
It is, and there's actually a lot of options I haven't utilized. So you can have a button if you wanted to, button, and then have a link to one of the other pages. So if you wanted to essentially have a button to a thank you page, and there you go, there's your button, and you hit save. So just saying, there's a lot of, like, go in and have a play, but you'll find that there's a lot of sections that they're actually more capable. More capable than they look. This just looks like a normal row, but it's actually not. You can have text in here. You can have a button in there. You can make it something quite silly if you wanted to. If you wanted to, I just chose not to, just for design purposes.
So on that when you
key to when you're doing it.
Sorry, Ben.
I was just saying the key to doing that is to do this in test mode, so you can experiment with it, make sure spell check it, be happy with it before you would apply it to the live website.
Correct. So just, and also, sorry, Anna, this isn't even in test mode. So I'm actually in the live website doing this, and the only reason I feel confident in making changes to this page is because it literally says assign to 0 pages. So even though this is on the live website, there's not one page that will be affected by any of the work I do here, because we've cloned the About Us page. It's not affecting the About Us page. It's its own page. It's its own entity at this point. Does that make sense? The moment you see assigned to one page, or 2 page, or 3, sorry, go on.
I was just saying, because
Yes.
effectively it's marked as 0, so it doesn't exist.
Absolutely. So the moment it's assigned to 1, 2, or 3 pages, you need to exercise a bit of caution, because whatever you change, and once you hit that save button, it becomes live straight away. There's no staging sort of interim.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anna, did you want to finish that thought?
There's no filter or checking thing.
Yeah,
No.
I just wanted to recap on one thing, because I'm going to be transcribing this later into a CMS manual of sorts, is that when you are clicking on these sections, you'll see on the right-hand side that not every single field has necessarily been filled. So there is still options to add to the design by utilizing those unfilled field boxes on the right. And that's where the button, for example, went. Without having anything in the button link field, there is no button. You add something, you have a button. Is that making sense?
Guys, you gone quiet?
Yeah, I think there's
Great. Awesome.
we're getting there.
There's such a lag. There's a real lag, and we get you talking. We get your voice, and your face shows you're not talking, and then you're quiet and you're talking.
I'll talk more.
Okay, cool. So that's a landing page. Now, as I've said before, it's assigned to 0 pages. So how do we, let's just say we want to actually make this a real page. How do we assign it? So what we do is we hit save once we've made the changes to our landing page, and we hit exit.
Yeah.
And then we go to pages and we add page. So we can go add landing page. Ooh, landing page test. And we can put some content. We can literally, we don't need to actually put this text will not show on the landing page typically, if you've designed it that way. So you can just put some notes in explaining what this landing page is. Now, what's really important is we go into template and we find the template we made. So obviously the template we just made for our landing page is called landing page test. We select that template. And if we want to go live with it, we hit visible. I will keep it hidden because obviously it's not a real landing page, and we hit save. And then it's there. Now, this is also part of the itinerary, so I'll run through it really, really quickly. But to change your SEO meta title and description, it's so simple. It's just literally here on every page. There's search engine listing. So you just hit the edit mark here, and then you can change those details, and you can even change the URL handle as well.
Yeah. So Ben, just to bring you up to speed on why this part's important, if you as a user went to Google something like Bering Sunshine Coast right now, what appears in your Google search response as a general user is a title and a description about that page. That stuff's really important to make it easier for a viewer to find what content is relevant to that page. Yeah, so it's important that 1, the page title describes the page clearly, and 2, the description of the meta description describes the content that people would find on there. And Larissa's got a list of the keywords that we researched for the site. So if it was relevant to that, I'd be trying to plug a few of those in, and that's going to make it more likely that if someone searching Bering Sunshine Coast is more likely to find your page over your competitors. So this is actually quite valuable to the business to get this part right.
And can you just clarify, is it important to have those keywords in the URL handle or in that meta description box above it?
So a bit of both. You can only use many characters for the landing page description. And then you want you can stretch it out a bit more with 160 characters in
160 above,
Yeah. But don't go plugging in any willy-nilly kind of words. It's got to be relevant to what's on the page. Google gives you a better indexing authority if they we send people to that page and they actually found what they were looking for. That's kind of SEO 101 for you.
So just bear with me. So that landing page that we were just playing around with was specifically just on About Us. So
it was just a duplication.
A duplication of About Us.
Yes.
So is that, are you talking more in general, it's like the actual whole website, or are you saying the pages are like, you've got multiple pages within the site?
And so
Correct.
each one of those has a unique page title and has a unique meta description.
Yeah.
That's already been created on the existing pages. But if you create a new one and don't put anything there, then Google will put default text, and that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be competitive.
Yeah. So if you're working on a page with, that's focused on bearings, or power transmission, then that type of text needs to be in the URL.
Correct. The page title,
Yeah.
the page title, the URL preferably. That's not as important. It just needs to make sense. So
in the title.
Yeah. So you're changing the page title and the meta description, but again, you changed the URL then too, didn't you, Vip? Where was that?
You can. I didn't, but you can. Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be just / bearings, or it could be / timber industry. Like, you'd make it short and sweet and sensible. But then
but just completely relevant to the actual page.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just quickly, it's Shopify websites specifically do not allow you to just have / page title. So for example, ideally we'd love to have northernindustrial.com.au /landing page. Unfortunately, Shopify, just because of the way it's structurally built, needs to have pages in between. So it'll be / pages / landing page. Does that make sense?
Okay.
We can't. Yeah, I can. If I was to backspace all the way, it will not let me backspace landing pages. And if I try to change it manually, I would.
Puts the word pages there before you.
It does.
Correct.
Yeah, it does, and me removing that would break it.
Yeah.
So you'd have to leave it that way. Now, also, it's really important to be cautious about. I mean, the page title and the description is fine to change and experiment with. You could try it and change it every few weeks to see what results work better. URL handle is something you don't really ever want to change. And I say this because once you've set a URL, your website, Google will index this page and it'll crawl this page. If you change that URL, so let's just say I change landing page test to landing page, you can create a redirect. It actually, this is new actually, but Shopify now redirects it for you.
Oh, wow.
But it's still not ideal. Like ideally, you just want to keep it the same because you've been sharing links. If you've had a customer that's found your page and gone northernindustrial.com.au /pages/bearings, and they want to share it with a colleague, if you've changed that URL, and especially if that URL redirect isn't working, it comes out as a dead link. And it just looks really unprofessional, and it's actually really bad for your performance on search engines as well. So just exercise caution in changing this specifically. Everything else you could experiment with, and it won't do it's very low risk. URL handle is something that you don't want to change if you can avoid it.
Yeah, that means it's like double checking for typos, making sure that you make sense before you publish the page.
So the Google search just basically doesn't find the page
later if you check it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. So I mean, I'll go to a page. I'm actually going to delete this because my OCD is just going to bother me. But we'll get rid of that. And these are the pages that actually exist and that are live right now. But as you can see, there's not a whole lot of text here. All the text is actually in the template, which has been designed. So you have to go back into the customize window to make changes. But yeah, here you can see it's been edited, it's been set up really well. And we've got a contact there, and that's the URL you'd never want to change, but you could change these if you wanted to try some different keywords to see how they perform. Cool. Any questions so far?
So Ben, just if you were ever in doubt, you can go and look at an existing page of how they've set it up. Is that making sense? I think Larissa and Ben are frozen. Yeah.
Oh, cool. They're back. Sorry, Ben, did you get any of that?
Yeah, we're getting another little bit of a delay in your page.
It's okay. So just to backtrack.
I was listening to what you're saying there, but
got it. Cool. As long as you got it.
There's a delay in there.
All right. So do we have any questions, or are we all really clear right now?
Use it as a good example.
Great. Great. Okay, so let me just run through what else we've got to go
Say
through.
again.
Creating a blog. I was going to run through how to create a blog post.
Yeah.
Okay, so pages are here. Blog posts, though, are not under the online store menu. They're actually under the content menu. So we go to content and we go to blog posts. Now we've got 4 here already that were sort of published when the website
I'm
was
just trying
launched.
to work out whether I think there's a delay in your screen.
Oh, again, we hear.
Yeah.
I'll just reshare. Maybe that'll help.
Is the iPad on Wi-Fi or on hotspot?
Yeah, really, we're not getting your screen at all.
It's all right. I've just reshared. Let me know if that
Yeah, we're not.
still no. How are you going? Can you see my screen?
I'm up
No,
to date.
it's connected to the work thing. It's not the iPad, but it's the PC. We're just got. Yeah, it's actually the PC that's glitching. Like we're the big screen. We've got like 5 pictures of you. No, I'm not seeing your screen. It's come now.
Okay, I've got
We're
it
back
now.
now.
Yeah, I think.
Okay,
But
great.
all that time we were not seeing the right thing.
Okay. Well, we're here. Is my mouse moving with you, or is it actually still quite delayed?
So just talk through what you're doing now, as in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So for blog posts, I'm going to start from the beginning.
Yeah, it is moving, but I'm just trying to work out what are you pressing? Just say it out loud while you're on a
Right. So I'm actually trying to select content on the left-hand side column. Content is where your blog posts are. So
you're on content,
and then blog posts.
Blog posts.
Brilliant.
Great.
So yeah, blog posts. It's very
Got
straightforward.
that.
If you want to add a blog post, essentially you just hit the add blog post button on the right there. It's been set up really well.
Yep.
And yeah, the blog posts are a bit different to the pages because you actually have to write your blog in the text box here. So if you recall with the landing page, this little content section it wasn't so important because you can put your content when you design the page. The blog posts are the opposite. So you have to put your actual blog article in this content page with the images for it to show on the website. Does that make sense? Are we going, guys? Cool. Amazing. Okay. So
Similar to a social media post.
Similar to a social media post, absolutely. So yeah, everything goes on here. You shouldn't edit the default blog post template because there's nothing to edit there. It's going to pull your images all from this little widget here. So you can have an image at the top, a hero image, which is what this is, and then you can put more images in your actual blog post. It's really quite straightforward. You can just write what you want, and when you want to put an image in, you just hit the insert image button. You can even insert a video as well if you have a video that you want to share. Now, you can also put an excerpt of your blog post that show on your actual menu. So I'll show you what that looks like. Or then industrial. We'll go to blog. So these are your blog, the blog articles that we have so far. Your excerpt is essentially going to be here. Now, because I haven't put an excerpt in, it just pulls from the beginning of your content page. But if you wanted to put a summary of blog excerpt in and we hit save on that, it'll actually show you, there we go, your little excerpt there, if you wanted to do that. But otherwise, I usually just let it pull from the actual content instead. And just like with the pages, you can change your search engine, how it looks to a search engine through this menu here. And you can change the URL as well. So very similar process, your title, your meta description, and your URL handle. How are you going? How's that making sense?
I don't know how long the lag is.
I don't know either, but if I'm speaking too fast or if I'm going too fast, I'm happy to go through this again.
Yeah, I think you're.
Yeah, it's making sense, but I think we're encountering a bit of a delay in your screenshot.
Yeah. Do you want us? We could continue through the rest by recording it without you, and then send the recording. It's up to you if you want to struggle through.
It's not speaking too fast. It's just lagging.
Yeah. Okay.
We've got you live on audio.
Okay.
Pretty good,
Sure.
I think.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's. Sorry.
Did we publish a blog where we click the publish bit? Viv?
How much more did you have to do, Viv?
Not a whole lot more. I think I'm just going to show you guys what not to touch and how to save edits and copy, I guess. I think we've run through basically everything.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you great. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Can you guys hear me? Anna, we could try and do this over a phone call.
Yeah, let's do.
Because it'd be instant over a phone call and they could still see that we could just mute ourselves and just call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you send the recording through, then we could look at it backwards, back at it afterwards. But yeah.
There'll be a transcript.
Yeah, very delayed though.
Yeah.
It's so delayed.
What was the last thing that it was the liquid?
So
I think that's a really good idea.
Where the liquid files are.
We'll watch what you're doing on the screen. We'll get out of I'll get off my iPad.
And I'm going to ring Larissa and put her on audio here.
We'll do that, Larissa.
Great.
So, yeah, just kind of go. Hello?
Hello.
Let's, I'm just going to on speaker.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Larissa?
Yeah. Can you hear Viv?
Yep.
Perfect.
Brilliant. All right, we are cooking with gas.
The PC
Okay.
though, with the PC now, and we've now got the main screen, but it did keep flickering to 35 of both of you.
That's okay. It does that.
It's a full screen share. That's okay. That's normal.
Okay. Great. So we've got a couple more things to run through. It won't take very long. So let's go through editing copy. I think I touched on this, but I'm going to run through it again really quick because it's probably the most important thing that you're both going to be doing is changing copy on the website. But like I said, whatever page you want to change the copy in, you just go to that page, you find it. So if it's, let's just say you wanted to change a number on the contact page.
Yep.
It's that simple. You just click into it and you can change the details here.
Yep.
So yeah, you find the page you want to change. And the best part is if you were on the website and you were just browsing and you weren't sure, let's just say you saw a typo in the, I want a page we haven't looked at yet. Do we have like,
what about the
we haven't got a whole lot of, let's go to the products page. Yeah, great. So let's just say, yeah, you've seen a typo in pneumatics and you don't like it. How would you find that page? And it's actually really tricky sometimes with bigger websites. And how you would do it is essentially look at the URL and it's got pages, products. And we go into here and we literally follow the URL. So it goes, like I said, it goes .com.au/pages. So we go to pages and then products, and there it is there. Yeah. And that's the page. And then simple as just clicking into the section and then clicking into the text or even the image or the button that you want to change. This right column will change depending on what you select. So it's that simple. If you are on same as blog. If you're on a blog page, it's blogs, news. So you'd literally have to find blogs, and default blog would be it. That's how you'd edit. But yeah, so just follow the URL if you're lost or you're not sure where that page is. Fortunately, this website's probably only got about 6 or 7 pages, so you shouldn't get lost just yet. But the moment you guys start building out or adding products, it's going to get a little more confusing for someone who's not familiar with the website.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
Basic
And
editing stuff there is that's probably what we're going to do straightforward, and that's we're probably not going to do a lot, but just making sure that we can update photos, update
absolutely.
news stories.
I feel like 90% of the stuff you're going to do will be around editing photos and text.
Exactly,
And it's thankfully the most straightforward thing that you can do on Shopify is doing that. Now, I will warn you that there can only be one person in this editing menu. So if Larissa's logged in and she's making changes, I would strongly recommend against asking anyone else to make changes at the same time. Because they do clash, and it won't break your website or anything, but you'll find that if Larissa's made a change to a typo or changed the text and she's saved and logged out, and if Ben's got a tab open on his computer of an older version and he jumps in and makes a change and hits save, it'll revert Larissa's change back to what it was before, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not going to happen.
No.
Yeah, it's very much an edge case, but it happens sometimes, and clients do ask why their changes aren't working, and it's usually because someone else has opened up and making changes as well. So when you hit save on Shopify, it saves the whole website, not just the page. So for example, if I was typing something in and Ben jumped in and hit save, it would save what I've partially typed in, and it'd be in production, which means it'd be live to the public. So a really good thing to do is to maybe, if you guys have a Microsoft Teams chat or a Slack group chat, is to just message and say, hey, I'm making changes on the website. No one else log on, please. Or if someone else is online, let me know so I can hold off until they're done.
It's only been a night, so it won't be hard.
Yeah, and just being disciplined about signing out when you're done is probably the key as well, because if, say, Ben started something and then went on leave for a week, that's the stuff that can cause complications without anyone realizing. So yeah, just being disciplined about signing out when you're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Now the last thing I believe is just essentially talking about what you can't touch, and that's this edit code and edit default theme content. So I don't think either Ben or Larissa is going to be too keen to jump into this stuff because it's not fun. But yeah, essentially these are the files that if you wanted something very custom or you wanted the website to behave completely differently, this is stuff that I would change if I needed to. But I strongly recommend against accessing it. You won't need to. But yeah, stuff like this is what actually breaks the website, and it's very, very difficult once changes have been made for me to actually fix it. So I know this does not matter. How do I say this? I can't see either you or Ben making these changes, but I've had other clients that have tried to do it and then they've said it's broken. And because Shopify doesn't have a log code of what's been changed or who's changed it, it's really hard for me to backtrack and work out what changes have been made. And I've got to go and audit a lot of files and work out what was different. So, yeah, so just good to know. But yeah, not to access any of these files. You can download the theme file if you want, but do not share it with other people, because Shopify does not let you share theme files. It's against their terms of service. So it's just for your personal use or for the business's personal use, or the business's sole use, if that makes sense. But otherwise, that I think covers most of it. You can make as many duplicates as you want. I think there's a limit of like 7. So even if Larissa wanted to make her own duplicate and call it Larissa test, and Ben wanted to make his and call it Ben test, you both can just make your own test versions and jump in and have, just experiment and try different things and just get used to the platform. But yeah, utilize the fact that you can duplicate the website and mess around with it, because when I was starting out, that's what I would do. I would duplicate and I would experiment and try different things and see what stuck and what didn't, and then publish what I thought worked. So yeah, really utilize that, like lean on that. That's how you learn. But apart from that, I think everything else is pretty straightforward. I feel like I've covered most of the itinerary.
You have. Can I check one thing? I think the only copy changes that were probably slightly different was the FAQ drop downs. Could we just have a quick run through on changing the FAQ text?
Great idea.
Yeah,
Great idea.
That's
Great idea. Okay. So the FAQs are here.
Because they're concertinaed. Is it
So,
accordion? Mm.
yeah, it's accordion. So just to show you how I got there, pages and FAQ. Now we can see it's assigned to 0 pages, which means it's not public at the moment, which is great news. But yeah, so same as before, we just click into the section and then we can click into the actual row. And we've got on the right column here, the question and then the answer.
Yeah.
And you can even choose to have an icon if you wanted, like an Apple icon. I mean, it's ridiculous, but we will never need that, but it's there. So every single question, whatever question you want to change, you just click into the question and it's got the question and the content there. You can't see the content because it's under a drop down, but you can trust that it will change if you hit save.
Collapsible rows. Okay, that's what they call it. And the reason I brought that up, Ben, is we do have FAQs on, I think, both the homepage and the products overview page. So they may be, they may come to light that you are getting asked a lot of questions about the same thing, and it's not a bad idea to update that or add that. So just because it appears a little differently than the other text on the site, that one's probably an important one to know. Maybe the other thing would be if you're going to add a section or delete a section.
Great question. So let's go to our landing page, just because this page is probably all right. So to add a section, you can see this the plus sign. So if you mouse over any section, you'll see a little plus sign above it and a plus sign below it as well. So you can hit that plus sign, hit add a section, and it gives you all sorts of sections you can add. So you can add a product collection, just some text if it's that simple, image with text, a full-on banner. These are all templates that already exist because of the theme that you purchased. So the only thing you probably don't need to worry about is custom liquid, but everything else is already done for you. It behaves really well as well. So if, for example, you added a slideshow, which is a great idea for a custom landing page, you jump in and you can select your image for one slide and then slide over to the next slide and do the same thing.
And then deleting.
Deleting is just remove. So if you mouse over any section when you're in it, so this one here, you can clone a section. Oh, it's funny. You can clone a section, you can hide it, which is a really great tool as well. Hiding is if you've got something that you like but you don't think it's ready to show or it's not appropriate for now. And a really great example of that is like a Christmas banner. Maybe if you run a Christmas promotion on your products or end of financial year sale, you can have that up, and then when it's over, you can hide it, and come next year, it's as simple as exposing it again, and maybe customizing it a bit more, but it saves you so much work from doing it from scratch. So there's the hide and the delete. But if it's delete if you can. If it's something that you think you'll use again, there's no harm in hiding it. It doesn't affect your load speeds. Doesn't affect the performance of your website at all. So it's a good tool to have.
Yeah. And one last thing on that, I think, Ben, if you ever make a mistake, up in your top right, that arrow that curves back, you can go back. That's like your Control-Alt-Delete.
Yes, the undo button. Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, if you accidentally deleted something or you're like, I just wrote all that text and I don't like it, go back. Yeah. That one can come handier than you think.
Yeah. Absolutely.
How are we going? Do we have some questions, guys?
If we were, it'll be slow and steady, making changes, and as the weeks and months go on, what's the opportunity to contact you guys with, for help at a certain time or
anytime? It is fine. Larissa can. So you're still there, Larissa. Just reach out to me if it's more intense stuff. Then obviously we talk about whether or not there's any costs associated. If it's just little hints, tips, stuck on something, we're here to help. It's not a problem.
So, as you know, that was that was a question.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
And actually the Shopify support is really, really good. I've used their support heaps with my breadbasket one. So
that's probably key. Can you show Ben where to access Shopify support? Oh
yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's probably a handy one because they've got all these online articles, videos. You can ask a question if you're like, I don't even know how to ask this. You can troubleshoot something with a Shopify rep.
You know what's crazy is I actually don't know where to find Shopify support, but we're going to find out together.
That's a little ninja.
It is a ninja. There we go. That's the support. Okay, there you go. I think it's a green flag that I've never needed support. So, but yeah, there you go.
Green flag. Yeah.
But yeah, so there's Shopify support. I've heard they're really helpful. So yes, you do pay for it. So use it if you need to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And while I'm here, I'm not sure if you guys are like using ChatGPT, but it's surprisingly extremely helpful. If you get lost and you just need something small done, you can write it in ChatGPT and it'll give you a step-by-step instruction on how to change something on Shopify as well. So obviously happy to get an email from you guys. But if you don't want to wait for me to respond, yeah.
It'll even usually include links to the Shopify resources. But again, that ninja, if you have a question, it's pretty damn good. It's usually great at giving you articles and video how-tos. So, but yeah, if you're finding you're just struggling with how to articulate the query, then ChatGPT comes really, really handy. Yeah.
Very good.
Excellent. Thank you.
It's okay.
Anna, thank you. Great. And look, thank you for all the hard work on the start. It was a lot of work, I know. So really appreciate it from both of you.
You're welcome. We love working on it. It was great. It was a great project.
So that's wonderful. Thank you.
Beautiful. I did a little Facebook and Insta plug for you the other day.
Oh, did you? I must actually connect with you on Instagram. I don't think I'm connected.
Have a look. I did a little new site just dropped kind of reveal.
Okay. Did you? Are you Anna Gilbert or
Anna _Gilbert _creative on Insta? I couldn't get my own name. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I can. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll track you down.
Thank you. So lastly, just the last one, next steps. I am going to get the transcript from this and the video to you. With the transcript, I just spent a little bit of time on it, just adding any Shopify links that I think are relevant as well. And then you've got that as your little go-to guide for everything that we've stepped through today.
Beautiful. Thank you both.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great night.
Thanks for your patience.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
No worries. Bye.
Bye.